Good morning, children. Let us start with a new chapter today. India, the land of contrast. Contrast means what? Differences. So, a lot of differences are there in the place in our country, India. The summer vacations have begun. All my friends have decided to go to some place or the other. Nalini wants to go to Manali. She can't stand the scorching heat. Pragya wants to go on a beach holiday. She is fond of the sea. So what happens during summer vacation? Everybody would like to go to different places to have a look of that, isn't it? And to enjoy. To enjoy with your family and with sometimes what happens? Family, so many families join together, so you become family friends also, no? So like that you people try to go to different places and that too you try to go to new places which you have not seen so that you can understand the beauty of that particular place, isn't it? So like that, here what happened? There are so many children, they have got the summer vacation and each one of them want to go to different places. One person wants to go to the beach and the other one wants to go to in a very cool places because that person is not able to withstand the heat of the sun. So like that everybody are planning. So here you see, the summer vacation began. All my friends have decided to go to some place or the other. Nalini wants to go to Manali, a place where there is cool climatic conditions. She can't stand the scorching heat. Scorching heat means very sharp heat of the sun. She is not able to withstand. Pragya wants to go on a beach holiday. So you also like to play in water, isn't it? And most of you like to go to beach for playing. She is fond of the sea. Pragya is fond of the sea. I am going to Mysore to visit my grandparents. And what am I going to do? I am going to visit my grandparents. Where are they? They are in Mysore. So I am going to Mysore. I will ask Nalini and Pragya to share their traveler with me. So I will ask my friends. One is going to beach and the other one is going to Manali, isn't it? So I will tell them whatever the experience they had looking at those places to share it with me. Traveler means how they are traveling and what are the places they are going, everything I am just telling them to share it with me because I am going to Mysore to be with my grandparents. I only wish I had more holidays so that I could explore places unknown to me. So this child is saying, it was very nice if the holiday was more. If holiday was more, I could go to different places, not only to my grandparents' place, Mysore, I could go to different places and explore, means to find out new places. I am curious as to what lies beyond the boundaries of my city. So I am very curious. Now she is going to Mysore. Mysore is a city, isn't it? So she wants to know more about the different places which are bounding Mysore, okay, or different cities. So she just was very eagerly waiting to see the different places. I imagine how long would it be before I would have visited every nook and corner of India. So she is thinking, if I have to go to throughout India to see all the places, how much time does it take? Every nook and corner means to every place, each and every place of India. If I have to go and see, if I have to go and visit, how much time does it take? She is having a question mark to herself. India is a diverse country. It boasts of its rich culture. See, it is a diverse country means it has got different nature. Different types of nature is there. So it boasts of its rich culture. Culture is very rich here. Indian culture is different from other foreign culture. History. So there are so many historical monuments and the people, those are they have kingdoms, different types of kingdoms, isn't it? So they all have taken great rule beginning. Now it is all democratic country, but earlier it was all just into parts of kingdoms. So she wants to see about the history of our India and also of diversity in its landforms. So diversity in landforms means in some places it is plain, in some places plateaus, peninsula, all these valleys, all these things you can see, mountain areas. So there are different types of landforms. Now India is the 7th largest country in the world. So 7th largest country in the world. India is the 7th largest country in the world. It belongs to the continent Asia. So India is belonging to the continent Asia. There are 7 continents. Out of that, Asia is the biggest continent and India is a part of this Asia continent. It stretches to about 3,200 kilometers from Kashmir. Kashmir means it is in in the north, to Kanyakumari where it is in the south. So from Kashmir to Kanyakumari it is how much? 3,200 kilometers wide, and 3,000 kilometers from Gujarat in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. See, from north to south, from top to bottom it is 3,200 kilometers, and from west to east how much it is? 3,000 kilometers from Gujarat in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. So it is a very big country, and it is said it is the 7th largest country in the world in area wise if you take. India consists of the northern mountains, the great Indian desert, the coastal plains. So this is only diversity of landforms. Northern mountains. So mountain is one type. The great Indian desert is one more type. The coastal plain is one more type. The northern plains, the peninsula means one side land and three sides water. That is called as peninsula plateau, and then the islands. Okay. These are the diversity of landforms in India. Now, these are known as the physiographic divisions of India. We are going to read about them in detail. So, you can see here how they are shown. All this you can see in different colors you can see. So, this is called as the diversity of places in India. Now, let us see about the northern mountains. Mountains are landforms that rise sharply from the surrounding area and have peaks and sloping sides. Means what? How is the mountain? Mountain will be it is a raised land from it's a raised higher land. See, this is a land. So what happens the mountains? Mountains will be like this. So this is called as a peak, and this is called as the slope. This is called as slope, whereas this is called as the peak. Understood? So this is about the mountain. So you can see here, mountains are landforms that rise sharply. Sharp, you can see the pointed end. Sharply from the surrounding area and have peaks and sloping sides. So there is peaks, not like this. There will be so many mountains will be there, like this. Understood? So peaks and the sloping sides. A cluster or chain of mountains means many mountains joined together. A cluster or chain of mountains forms a mountain range. Mountain range. Okay. So actually in Tirupati they say Tirumala. Tirumala means they say there are so many mountain ranges. About 7 mountain ranges are there. So many mountains are joined together. Like that. So a cluster or chain of mountains forms a mountain range. The north and northeastern part of India is covered with various mountain ranges. So north and northeastern part to your right, that side. North up and northeast to the right side. So the north and northeastern part of India is covered with various mountain ranges. Mountain ranges means what? It is a cluster of mountains. Mountain ranges, mainly the Himalayas. Mainly you find Himalayas in the north. The Himalayas is the highest mountain range in the world. In the world itself, the highest mountain range is Himalaya. The Himalayas extend from Jammu and Kashmir, that is from the north, in the north to Arunachal Pradesh in the east, covering about 2,500 kilometers. See, the mountain range from north to east, Arunachal Pradesh, from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. What is the land area? It is around 2,500 kilometers. Such a big area it is. It comprises of some of the highest mountain peaks of the world, namely, so it has got highest peak mountains called Kanchenjunga. Very high it is, very high mountain it is, Kanchenjunga. Nanda Devi, it's one more mountain range it is Nanda Devi, etc. So you can see here, it comprises of some of the highest mountain peaks of the world, namely Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, etc. The climate in the Himalayas is moderately warm during the summer and bitterly cold during winter. See the condition. So during summer what happens? It will be warm, not hot, it is warm. And in winter how it is? bitterly cold during winter because it is covered with snow, Himalayan range is covered with snow. Definitely it will be cold. So during winter what happens? It will be too cold, very cold. Some places even experience heavy snowfall. So in some places what happens? Every time there will be snowfall. When this snow melts during the summers, a number of rivers are formed. So what happens? The snow goes on melting during summer season, isn't it? So what happens? You see more amount of water in the rivers. More amount of water will be found in the rivers. So what are the rivers we see in the northern plains? So you can see here the northern mountains. So you can see here the Ganga. These are all because of the melting of snow which is found there in the mountain ranges. Understood? So it is, what are the rivers here? The Ganga, the Yamuna and the Brahmaputra. So these three rivers are very famous there, and what happens? More and more water you see during, because summer what happens? The snow will start melting and the water level goes on rising. It rises. So the Ganga, the Yamuna and the Brahmaputra are important rivers that originate from the Himalayas. So besides the northern mountains, also consists of the Karakoram range in Jammu and Kashmir and the Purvanchal or Patkai in the northeastern states. So these are certain mountain ranges. Besides the northern mountains, Himalayan mountains, also consist of what? Karakoram range in Jammu and Kashmir and the Purvanchal or Patkai range in the northeastern states. Did you understand? Now let us go for the northern plains. Plains are flat or nearly flat areas of land. Flat means it is what you call the even. The land is even there. There is no ups and downs. That is called as plain area. So plains are flat or nearly flat areas of land. The northern plains are the Indo-Gangetic plains. The northern plains or the Indo-Gangetic plains or the Great Plains. As they are, so you can see here, northern plains, they are shown there. As they are otherwise known, lie to the south of the Himalayas. Where are these northern plains? They are to the south of the Himalayas. Himalaya is extending from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh in the east, isn't it? So here you can see to the south of the Himalayas, you see the Great Plains, Gangetic plains of the Great Plains. As they are otherwise known, lie to the south of the Himalayas. The rivers that originate in the Himalayas flow through these plains. So whichever rivers which are originating from Himalaya is going through the northern plains. Through these plains, making them fertile and more suitable for growing crops. Why they are making fertile? Because to grow plants, what is required? Water is very much essential, isn't it? So as the rivers are flowing through that area, what happens? The fertility of the soil is increasing. When the fertility of the soil increases, it is very good for the growth of plants. So here what happens? The fertile, it is going to see from the rivers that originate in the Himalayas flow through these plains, through northern plains, making them fertile. Because there is more amount of water and this water will start absorbing, will start dissolving minerals, and that minerals will be absorbed by the plants for their growth, isn't it? They require water and minerals. So they can grow very well. So the land will be fertile and most suitable for growing crops. This is one reason people prefer to live in the plains. That is why people like to live in plains, because they get enough amount of food. Why? The land is fertile, the soil is fertile, they can grow more and more crops, so they get enough amount of food to eat. The climate in the plains is observed to be hot in summers and cold in winters. So what happens? In summer the climate will be hot, but in winter it will be too cold. So let me stop it here, children. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.